Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Mother Essence, and I am getting closer to taking my test. Construction on the property has intensified, and they did a little prep talk to tell us don't be distracted by the construction, even though they don't have up the boundary cones. Yesterday they had dirt where we couldn't straight back all the way. And I'm trying not to be distracted by the construction around, but it is distracting me. Something that I didn't even struggle with before, I'm struggling with because all of the construction around is just throwing me off. Nothing has ever come easy to me in life, but that doesn't mean I haven't gotten what is required. I'm just really stressed because I already been through this process. I come here for a better experience. I have good instructors, but they're doing construction on the same ground we're working on. And it's just like, why can't it just be a smooth process? Why does it have to be a process where I have to readjust instead of just having it simple? Simple, like everything is set up exactly how it's supposed to be set up, so I can practice exactly how I'm supposed to practice. And I'm just feeling a little overwhelmed because at the other school I had to deal with the instructor who literally wasn't teaching me anything, literally had zero patience, was using profanity, cursing out other students, getting annoyed with me, just making me feel uncomfortable in the environment to learn. And then right when I finally got everything, she just tells me, oh, it's over for me. Coming here hoping for a better, more professional experience, getting on the pad, and it's not asphalt. Had to get over that. Excuse me. And then they're doing construction. They got all this dirt on the pad. They don't have up their border cones. And I have to see it in my head without it being there. And it's just like, why can't I just... God, why can't I just... I don't want much. All I want is the basics of what is supposed to be there for me. So I'm overwhelmed because it's like from one bad experience to a construction experience. And it's just like, how did they think that this was okay to be doing this much construction while we're supposed to be practicing? And then they give us this talk. Don't be distracted by all the construction. I know it's fucked up, but don't focus on that. You can still do it. And I'm just like, the way my brain works, I just need things to be how they're supposed to be for me to be able to function clearly. It's like I don't have a big enough imagination to picture it in my head as it's supposed to be and just do it. So that's what I'm struggling with now. And it's just like, they tell you, well, when you're on the road, things are not going to be perfect. But why can't things just be perfect for what I'm paying for? Why can't things just be perfect? Why do I seem like a complainer? Because all I want is the setup to be how it's supposed to be so I can pass my test. I know the setup at the DMV is not going to be like the setup here because the setup here isn't how it's supposed to be. And it makes me nervous. But I have faith. I have faith in the process. I am on edge because it's been a long time. I started this in April. This is September. And I'm a little bit overwhelmed. I got today. I'll probably get one more try today. It's 8 of us to one truck. We started late. We'll stop early. That's what we do. We usually stop around 4:40. We usually start around 9 a.m. Or, well, not usually. Today we started around 8:45. We got here at 7:30. They didn't have the cone set up at all, and they had to set the cones up and try to get things as close to what it needs to be as possible. They didn't have the cone set up because they put some more dirt on the ground, and no one came early to set it up. They set it up, and I just need a big imagination. There's no border lines, because we were taught that with the border lines, you line up your driver's side, the hood of your driver's side up with a particular border line, and then you start to turn. So it's not there. So it's like, I need to see it without it being there, and I'm struggling with that. And I'm just like, God, I never struggled with forward offset. That was one thing that I got instantly when I did it at the other school. And for me to be struggling with it here, it's just like, it feels so unfair to me. And I don't like it when people talk down on someone who points out all the flaws, because if enough people did that, then the people in charge would make the flaws go away, because they're not supposed to be there. How I deal with it on the road is one thing, but I'm just trying to get my license, and they started out so good. I love how the school, the instructors are. I do love the instructors, but those things that are outside of their control, that I have to just use my imagination to figure out how to deal with, that part just doesn't feel fair. And it makes me feel like, what's wrong with me that I can't see things outside of the way they're supposed to be? And the instructor was like telling me, sometimes things are not going to be how they're supposed to be when you're on the road. I get that, but that's not what I'm dealing with today. If I'm dealing with it on the road, I already have my CDL, I already have my job, I can take my time, I can figure it out. I won't be fired for taking a long time to figure it out. I can take as much time as I need to angle change, figure it out, and do all that. But I feel like I'm being led to feel that something is wrong with me for not being able to figure it out, because my brain works like, this is how it's supposed to be. It's not like this. Put it how it's supposed to be and watch me dominate this. But that's just not the option I have available. I got today and tomorrow to practice. I believe in myself. I just did my first practice of the day. We just went on our first 15-minute break. I got to get back because I'm actually late, but we never get back exactly on time anyway. But I got to get back. Wish me luck.